How's it going, Blade We're going to bring you specifications you can relate to so you can have an educated decision on your purchases. Thank you to Urban EDC Supply for providing this knife here. This is from Alliance Designs. This is a Scout. Designer is Pat Hammond. So this one is a lot smaller. You always look at the specifications and everything else, but once you get it in, it's a little bit smaller than I would have expected. So that's why I have the quarter here, so you can get an idea as far as how big this knife is as far as that goes. So that's going to be that one there. So just a little bit of news, things going on with the channel as well. I am working on my own design. So that's one that I've sent out to be kind of a final check on and get the 3D print. So we'll see how that goes. So there's going to be the knife here. So it's going to be a button lock, and yes, it's going to be accessible. It's a button lock thumb stud flipper. I like a lot of deployments, so that's what I'm going for on that. And so there's going to be kind of what that's looking at, more of a, it's a full size comparison. But going on for this one here, this one is going to be one for the hand sizing. It's going to be listed below as far as what it's going to be for adult female hand, and then also an adult male hand. So it's going to be kind of in this upward position. So as far as if you're going to lay your hand down to actually see where it's going to fit for you. Also, this one is going for about $179 through Urban EDC Supply. So you can actually do a 4-payment plan too. So if you wanted to have something a little bit more, something you could actually work with. So $44.75, you can do 4 payments, and then you can have this knife and then actually enjoy it while you're making those payments for it as well. So for the line and pull gauge for it, so the action on it, it is a flipper, so about 2-3 pounds is what I normally have for baseline as far as what I feel is going to be a good comfortable level for a flipper. So this one doesn't have any jimping on it as far as the tab itself. So it is going to be about 2 pounds, 11.3. So that one is within that range, at least for my preference on a flipper tab. It is a little bit of an odd placement for it as far as that angle. So it is kind of a smaller design. So you actually might be making contact with that that frame lock for it. So when it takes out of your pocket, sometimes it's a little bit different to actually get that and actually flip it out, at least for my preference on it. And also the engagement or the disengagement side of it. It does have the relief cut out for it, but it does seem a little bit small. It is a small knife, but it seems a little bit small also to make that disengagement for the lock itself. So this one just has the light switch. That's the only way you're going to open this one. So it doesn't have any other deployment methods. So that's right hand, left hand for a light switch. Blade's length is going to be about 2.33 inches. Drop point blade, flat grind. And then this one comes in very thin behind the edge too. So about 17 thousandths. And that's not from the knife. There's actually from a parchment paper roll cut on the little serrations on it, of all things. But this is a very thin, slicey blade, about 5 sheets of paper. So take that out of your printer, and that's going to be about how thick that is. And then it's going to be for this, it's going to be about, what was it, about 24 degrees as far as the ramp. So basically from when you disengage this to when it actually gets onto the blade is about 24 degrees. I find that to be really good. Basically anything about 20 degrees and less is like fantastic. Anything below 30 is really good. Anything above basically 40 is not that great, at least in my personal preference also on that. For this one, as far as the carry, it's going to be a right hand tip up. That's going to be the only carry for that in pocket. It does ride a little bit high for this because it does have the 2 screws. And then that's going to be probably almost about 20% of the whole knife that's sticking out of your pocket, because it is a small knife as well. So you could put it into the 3rd pocket as well as the regular pocket if you wanted to as well for this. But that's going to be how that's going to carry for you. The steel on it is going to be RWL 34. So that's going to be about CPM 154, which is a really good steel for it as well. So now that's going to be a nice one to utilize and to use for everyday use. So it's going to be one that you don't need to really get into resharpening a lot. So just drop it, it'll come back for you as well for that. This is a pass around knife, so I didn't do a sharpness test on it. But as far as degrees inclusive, so it's about 41 degrees as far as what I found on it. So basically that secondary bevel is going to be about 20.5 each side as far as that sharpening angle. And then if you have a legal limitation for the size that you can carry, this is going to be a really good option for you. It is a nice looking knife. It is very stylish in the way that it looks, but it is just a little bit small as far as my preference on it. So even in comparison to some of the other things, I do also have some other small knives. So there's like the Bastion Brazza Mini Brew, and also the Tuya. There's an S&S, and that's going to be the Saturday Night Special. Yep, that's the one. And then also going to be the Rat 2. And you have the full-size Griptilian. So as far as what that's going to look like, as far as differences for that. So for me, it would be a Barrow. So that's going to be my preference as well for that. So it's not going to be one that I'm going to really run out, have it be on the top of my list. But it is one that is a nice knife. So if you're looking for something of this size, especially also from the designer and also from Alliance Designs, then pick it up. Available through Urban EDC Supply, and then that's going to be that knife here. Let me know in the comments down below as far as what you think, and also let me know as far as where you feel the channel is going. Also, if you are not subscribed to this point and you made it all the way to the end, congratulations, and do subscribe. We are coming up to the 2,000 subscriber giveaway, so I think I'm about 86 away from that. So either subscribe or reverse psychology. Don't subscribe so I don't need to send anything out. All right, so have a great night. Let me know in the comments, and thank you again for your time.